So the collapse of FTX has us all wondering, what about these other top exchanges? What about Coinbase? What about crypto.com? What about all of these other exchanges out there that say they're okay financially, but are they really? But in this video, I want to focus on Coinbase because that's the big FTX competitor in the United States. And I want to talk about the differences right now between FTX and Coinbase. Now, listen, we're going to learn a lot more about centralized exchanges as time goes on, but there are some fundamental differences between FTX and Coinbase that I think I want to make people aware of, and also talk about why FTT actually was the reason why FTX collapsed and why this is significant. So all of that in this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe down below. Welcome back to the channel. By the way, BlockFi is the most recent company to halt trading. We can get into that maybe in another video, but that is causing some turmoil again in the centralized exchange space. So let's dive in here and talk more about what's going on. So let me dive in right here. And I want to start right here. So CZ, basically, this is the timeline of events, right? CZ dumps FTT, right? And really creates a lot of other people to also, creates the narrative for a lot of other people to also dump FTT, right? Because they know that CZ is getting ready to sell a lot. Now, Alameda faces external margin calls. They look to FTX for liquidity. FTX depositors have withdrawn. Piggy bank is broken. FTX's assets are loans Alameda can't repay against real customer liabilities. FTX is in the hole for billions. CZ buys FTX. Of course, it never went through. This tweet was back on November 8th. So this is kind of just the timeline. And then, of course, basically CZ steps in and says, actually, it's so bad I can't even step in here and help. But the reason why this is very different, this situation right here, is that FTX was using FTT as collateral. Now, Brian Armstrong from Coinbase had a few things to say to Elizabeth Warren in this tweet. So Elizabeth Warren says, the collapse of one of the largest crypto platforms shows how much of the industry appears to be smoke and mirrors. We need more aggressive enforcement, and I'm going to keep pushing SEC government to enforce the law to protect consumers and financial stability. Of course, Elizabeth Warren, not a big proponent of Bitcoin and or crypto. You know, I don't think this is the right stance. I think there are certainly bad actors out there. There are certainly regulations needed, but to completely stunt innovation, completely disinhibit the growth of a budding industry that's going to make our world better, I don't think that's the right call either. So I think the answer is somewhere in the middle. I'm not a political person, but that's just me. But Brian Armstrong from Coinbase says FTX.com was an offshore exchange not regulated by the SEC. The problem is that the SEC failed to create regulatory clarity here in the United States. So many American investors and 95% of trading activity went offshore. Punishing U.S. companies for this makes no sense. Now, mind you, Coinbase is a publicly traded company now. Now, another big difference between Coinbase and FTX is that Coinbase does not have a native currency that is used for collateral. Doesn't even have a native currency, right? So you look at some of these exchanges that do have a native currency, and that's where you have to wonder, how are they utilizing that native currency? Are they doing what FTX is doing and using that as collateral? And time will tell here, right? Time will certainly tell. But Chris Marzalek from crypto.com, we can look up Chris real quick. Chris Marzalek. Let's see. Let's go crypto. And might be retweeted here. Here we go. So here's Chris, the CEO of crypto.com. He's weighing in on some things as well. He says, while the proof of reserves audit preparation is underway, we are sharing our cold wallet addresses for some of the top assets on our platform. This represents only a portion of reserves, about 53,000 Bitcoin, 391,000 ETH, and combined with other assets for a total of 3 billion. Please expect a full audited proof of reserves from us in the next couple of weeks, confirming the full one-to-one reserve of all customer assets. And these are the wallet addresses of both. Our team worked with Nansen AI to put together a simple dashboard tracking these addresses. So this is the move that exchanges are now making. hey, we're an open book. Look at what we've got. You can expect crypto.com to continue working in spirit of full transparency and remain the steady hand at a safe, secure platform. So it looks to be right now that crypto.com is okay. And a lot of these other exchanges are doing this now. A lot of the large exchanges are going to be, hey, we're an open book. Check it out. Here's what we've got, right? But again, as we roll along, this is what happened to FTX. It's because of FTT. And that is the real difference here. So a lot of people saying, Coinbase is going to go under too now. They're going to be next. We don't know what's going to happen, certainly. But I wouldn't jump to these conclusions, right? Because number one, Coinbase does not have a token tied to their platform. And they're certainly not using a token for collateral if they don't have a token. So it's a little bit different situation. But this whole thing is going to unravel and unfold for weeks to come. We'll be bringing you up to speed on it. If you got some value out of this video, hit the like button down below. Also, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys, and we'll be keeping tabs on all of this around the crypto space for you. We're here every single day. See ya.